They put people on special diets, high fiber diet, and they've done multiple studies on this. And there was one large study done in India where they put people on a high fiber diet, just like what we talk about, like the Dean Ornish kind of stuff, and the Esselstyn, and those really high fiber diets, low fat diet, right? And no sugar at all. So that's the diet. And then exercise. They're on an exercise program. Cardio. They're out there working out and doing all that. And then they have 40 minutes of meditation every day, and they do that. And so they follow these people over time. And after 10 years, they look at their heart, their blood vessels, their coronary arteries. And so this is a coronary artery calcium score. They're actually doing a catheterization where they're putting dye into the coronary arteries to see how open they are. And they found they were 20% more open, that they had actually reversed their heart disease. And that's supposed to be impossible, right? If you talk to your cardiologist, oh yeah, you're not going to get better. It just, we'll give you these drugs so you don't get worse, kind of thing. And they don't work. They don't even do that. So then they looked at, wow, these people actually got better on this lifestyle program, right? And it's everything that we put in to the Healthy Heart Solution Kit. So if you're on the cardiovascular program and you have the Healthy Heart Solution Kit, you'll read through the book and you'll see that high fiber diet, and you'll see that exercise program, and you'll see the meditation and the stress reduction stuff and all that. And so then they did an analysis of the separated out the different things. So they analyzed each one of them separately. How much can we contribute by our healthy eating? How much do we contribute by our exercise program? How much do we contribute by our stress reduction program? There was only one of those that made a difference in reversing the heart disease. One. It wasn't the exercise. And it wasn't the diet.
Oh, it wasn't the diet. What was it
No,
then?
it was the meditation. 40 minutes of meditation a day will reverse heart disease irrespective of changing your diet or exercising or whatever supplements you take or whatever you do. Do you know what? We put this in the Healthy Heart Solution Kit. But we gave you the whole big program because everybody else had the whole big program. But the most important part of that program is not the diet and it's not the exercise. The most important part of that program is your 40-minute meditation every day. Now, so if we talk about that, then we go, okay, what is meditation? What do you mean by that? In fact, I had someone in my office just this morning who asked that question. It's like, what do I do? How do I connect? What is, I don't even know what that means. Well, there's classes on meditation, and it's not having an empty mind. It's having a focused mind. It's focusing, and it's focusing on something that is good, and it's focusing on something that helps you to relax. So very often focusing on breathing. So if you've ever done like yoga breathing or deep breathing, and they have a certain thing like you breathe in 4, hold for 7, breathe out 8, or breathe in 4, hold 4, breathe out 8. Yeah. So when you're breathing out is longer than you're breathing in. So you breathe in sort of rapidly, and then you breathe out longer. That is something that helps the parasympathetic nervous system. So there's 2 different types of nervous systems in the autonomic nervous system. There are 2 different parts of the autonomic nervous system. One is the fight or flight, go, go, go. Let's go get them. the heart's beating hard, and I got to go do something, and oh my gosh, this is going to happen, and that bad thing happens, and all of that stuff. That's all sympathetic. That's the sympathetic nervous system. There's the other half is called the parasympathetic, and parasympathetic is the relaxation response. It's the eating, it's the resting. So that's all parasympathetic. So one of the important parts of meditation is getting into parasympathetic mode. And that is by relaxing your body. So what do you have control over? Can you control your heartbeat? Your heart's palpitating like this. Can you say, okay, slow down, heart? No, you can't do that. Can you change your blood pressure? You could go, okay, I want my blood pressure to drop. No. You don't have control over those things. There's one thing you have control over. That's your breathing. So the breathing is an autonomic nervous system natural activity. That's the autonomic nervous system controls it. If it's the sympathetic system, then you're breathing hard. Yeah, you're getting more oxygen in and getting the carbon dioxide out. If it's parasympathetic, it's that relaxation. And then it's the belly breathing. It's breathing into your diaphragm, pushing your belly out, and then letting it come back in. So if you have a hand on your chest and a hand on your belly, then your hand on your chest should not move. Your hand on your belly does move. And that's breathing from your diaphragm. So, so you breathe in relatively rapidly, not fast, but breathe in fast, and then breathe out slowly. And what that does is, in breathing into your diaphragm, that's all stimulating the parasympathetic nervous system to get that response. The response, rest and digest. So you're also digesting your food better. All of that happens. If you have sympathetic stimulation while you're trying to digest your food, people get all kinds of problems with their digestion because of all this sympathetic stimulation. And they're not supposed to have that. It's supposed to be a parasympathetic response. So like after eating, doing breathing exercises, that's a useful thing to do. So breathing is one thing. Focusing on something like, typically with transcendental meditation, there's a sound, a tone, and you just focus on the tone, and that's focus. There's a lot of other ways to do it though. You know, if you're a Christian and you focus on Christ, and you may include reading, like some people read the scriptures. I had a woman come in who said she had severe anxiety, couldn't sleep at night unless she reads the Bible. If she reads the Bible, then it relaxes her and she can sleep all night long. And so that was very helpful for her. So reading can be included. Writing is a great way to meditate. Some people can focus when they're writing. That's me personally. That's what I do. I have tens of thousands of pages in my journals. I got a lot of journals. Who's going to read them? Nobody's going to read them. I didn't write them to be read by somebody. I wrote them so that I could focus. So that's my meditation. That's how I focus. And that's how because I have attention deficit disorder, my brain's going, no, look at the squirrel. I got all this stuff going on. And just like having a distraction of something on the wall, and I'll start focusing on that and I'll lose what I'm doing unless I'm writing. Writing gives me that focus, so that's helpful. So if you find something that focuses your brain, some people use prayer. And when you're speaking audibly, speaking out loud to God, that's a great way to meditate. That works too. So there's a lot of different ways to meditate. It's 40 minutes a day. That's what it took to reverse heart disease. Now, many of you have asked me about reversing heart disease. And I've talked about, the diet and the exercise program and stress reduction. But, it's just going to this conference and having that very specifically, what they looked at, they did a regression analysis and looked at all of the different ways and finding out that really it's the stress reduction that's the most important part of that, not the diet, not the exercise.